Muy buenos días, niños. ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos a la semana 4, día 2, de Español 2. So, we're going to continue our diligent study of the Spanish language today. We're not having a new lecture today. We're going to review, and we've been studying stem changing verbs in the present tense. And of course, there are three types of stem changing verbs that we talked about, where the O becomes a UE, the E becomes an IE, and the E becomes an I. So we're going to do a warm up today. I'm going to put some questions on there. I'd like you guys to answer them to the best of your ability. I'm going to go over some right now, and some I will not. You have to figure out on your own. But during our team's meeting, you can ask questions, and we'll go over them. So without further ado, let's do the first question here. So número uno. Can you see? So number one says, siempre entiendes todo en tus clases. Siempre entiendes todo en tus clases. So do you understand everything in your classes? And the second part, ¿qué haces si no entiendes todo? What do you do if you don't understand everything? What do you do if you don't understand everything? So look at number one. So let's point out some things. Entender is a stem changing verb. We'll put it over here. And in this one, the E becomes an IE. So you notice, this is a conjugated form. It's conjugated correctly. The E becomes an I here. So you get entiendes instead of entendes. Entiendes. Número dos. Uh-oh. Time to go to school. It's la hora de... Yeah. Número dos. ¿Qué dice? ¿Prefieres hacer proyectos o tomar exámenes? So do you prefer to do projects or to take exams or exámenes? ¿Prefieres hacer proyectos o tomar exámenes? So we see the verb prefieres. And of course the infinitive is preferir. You see that over here? And preferir is another stem changing verb. And as you can see from the conjugational form here, the E here becomes an IE. Prefieres. Do you prefer to do projects or to take, to take exams? Muy bien. Número tres. Número tres. ¿A qué hora almuerzas tú? Número tres. At what time do you have lunch? Almuerzo. So we look at the verb almorzar. So we have space here. And this is another stem changing verb. Almorzar. Hold on, running out of room, guys. And this is the O becomes a UE. You'll notice the to form here, how this has become almuerzas instead of almorzas, which would be horrible. Almuerzas, the O becomes a UE. And lastly, the last question, ¿cuántas horas duermes al día? ¿Cuántas horas duermes al día? How many hours do you sleep a day? And you notice we have the verb duermes, and the infinitive is dormir. That's another stem changing verb. let me put it, run out of space, guys. I know, I'm just gonna put it down here for you. So you look at dormir, the O becomes a UE, and you look at this form here, the two forms. You guys see that here? And I'll put the form in here, duermes, and you can see, like the yo form would be duermo. And some of you guys are doing, we're doing your homework, our last assignment, and you weren't conjugating these correctly. You're using, you were assuming they were regular verbs, and you were putting like yo dormo. I don't know what that is, but it's not the answer. It's duermo. The O becomes a UE. So let's review again. So number one, you always understand everything in your classes. What do you do if you don't understand everything? ¿Prefieres hacer proyectos o tomar exámenes? Do you prefer to do projects or take exams? 3, ¿a qué hora almuerzas tú? What time do you have lunch? And 4, ¿cuántas horas duermes al día? So attempt to answer these, guys, right now. I'll give you guys a couple minutes. Attempt to answer these, and we will move on. All right, so I will do number 1 with you. I'm not going to stand here for 10 minutes. I'll let you guys not do so. Number 1, do you always understand everything in your classes? A lot of different answers here. I'm going to give you a couple answers. No, nunca entiendo. No, nunca entiendo todo. I never understand anything. No, nunca entiendo nada. I never understand anything at all. Or you could put, hay momentos en que no entiendo todo. So, no, I never understand anything at all. There are moments that I don't understand everything. Or you could say, sí, soy un sabelotodo. Yes, sabelotodo. Yes, I'm a know-it-all. Okay. So what do you do if you don't understand something? Okay. So what do you do if you don't understand something? Running out of room here. So I will just turn this, use this right here. What do you do if you don't understand something? You could say, you could use the verb pedir, where the E becomes an I. You could say, si no entiendo, if I don't understand something, pido ayuda. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the video.